So, Apple has responded to macOS spygate. It turns out that this is all part of Apple's Gatekeeper anti-malware platform, and it's been running since Mountain Lion, not to be confused with Zool, the Gatekeeper, and minion of Gozer. Apple is insisting that it's really only a Keymaster level issue. The November 12th slowdown and resulting failure of applications opening and the problems with Apple Pay were not part of some Iranian digital army attack. Gatekeeper's job is to check to see if it's safe to run software and that it still has a valid developer's signature. I think we would all agree that that is a good thing. When security researcher Jeffrey Paul analyzed the traffic between your Mac and Apple, he was alarmed at what he saw and reported on it, hence my initial report based on what Jeffrey had written. The fact that macOS was sending details about your software use and also unencrypted sure sounded alarming. Another researcher, Jacopo Jannone, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, jumped in, correcting Jeffrey Paul's assumptions. Jacopo explained that the online certificate status protocol does, and he insisted that it was not designed to scare the living crap out of us. Link to his response below. I also reached out to several Apple developers that I know, and they all confirmed Jacopo's assertions. Even several of my denizens, like Darren Davis, responded. It's called notarization, and it's a good thing. The data is used to stop malicious apps from running and track potential malware. Rather than make tools to clean up the mess like other developers of OSs, Apple prefers to prevent the mess in the first place. Thank you, Darren. Apple, on their part, has promised that Gatekeeper will, in the future, further encrypt its transmissions and let us opt out of the system, which, honestly, is the right response. Good for you, Apple. Personally, I'm okay with Apple making sure I'm not attacked by malware. I honestly did not publish the previous video to be alarmist. I was as worried as most of you when I read Jeffrey Paul's piece. Once again, is this an issue where Apple should have been more transparent, like with the battery slowdown on iPhone issue? Maybe because they've been doing this Gatekeeper thing for so long, they just forgot and took it for granted. I read Apple's Big Sur OS end-user license agreement, and I did not see anything in it that specifically mentioned OCSP. There is a clause regarding automatic updates. There is a consent to use data clause, but that specifically referred to software that uses your Apple ID. News app, Apple Music, and Maps tells Apple how and what you're doing with those applications. That, obviously, they need to do with those. At the very least, why isn't there a clause on OCSP? Who knows? However, the most disturbing aspect of this entire affair is that Apple did not contact me directly. At the very least, Tim or Craig could have called and offered me something to shut up about all of this. As a small YouTuber, integrity is forced on me against my will. As soon as Squarespace calls, hasta la vista, suckers. No, never Squarespace. I'd rather be sponsored by the Manfred's Corporation, makers of pickled parrot beaks and leeks marinated in dead baby bee husks. So I think that pretty much puts to rest Apple Spygate. For now. So long, denizens. Oh, what is it, Wancho? Oh, you like Manfred's pickled parrot beaks. Is that the stuff in the fridge that smells worse than that open can of surströmming? Oh, you have unusual tastes, Wancho. So long, denizens.